Thanks, James. Yes, so we've got a sort of a little double header going here. This is our final session. It's headed closing remarks. I think in one version of the program that I've seen, it's scheduled for half an hour. We're not going to take anything like that time, I think. We don't have a specific agenda here. I could call on everybody to express their views on the conference so far, but I think we're probably beyond that. What an event, what a wonderful event. I greeted everyone on behalf of PETRA-E at the start of the event, and so I'm very happy to give perhaps a few closing remarks of my own at this stage. When we came up with the idea of an academic event to mark the 5th anniversary of the publication of the PETRA-E framework document, I think we couldn't have imagined such a broad range of responses to PETRA-E, to the project, to the framework, but also such a broad range of responses to the call for papers, which James put together as an invitation for us collectively to create a kind of tour d'horizon of, well, literary translation studies today and tomorrow. I realized in my own paper earlier on that we hadn't actually, I think, given the title, that title of the conference when we were launching. We've been calling it the PETRA-E Conference, but James, and I think wisely, opened up our conference to so that it covers really the range and the dynamism of activity that is going on in this broad area. We've had a strong strand in literary machine translation and computer-assisted literary translation, which is a strength of James's own research interests. And clearly, it's an area which is proving very fruitful within the discipline at the moment, and we've duly noted this in our proposed update to the PETRA-E framework. So I think PETRA-E is going to take an awful lot of good things away from this event. We preceded the conference with a network meeting, and it's been delightful to see so many PETRA-E colleagues and to meet new colleagues here on the ground in Dublin. And what's been really most gratifying, I think, for me and for those of us who are involved in PETRA-E as an organization is just how well this has all worked in integrating what's gone on here on the ground with what's gone on online. So we are delighted. We've been very aware of that. We've been shadowed by large numbers of enthusiastic and question-asking online attenders at our events. And it's been tremendously gratifying to see the interest in PETRA-E and in this general topic. So if your interest has been piqued by all this mention of PETRA-E, and perhaps you hadn't been so aware of the organization and of the network before, do keep in touch and do perhaps consider signing up your institution as an institutional member of the network. PETRA-E is going to continue in future years. We are over 30 institutional members now, and we'll continue, I hope, through further events of this kind, but in other ways as well, bringing together educators, translators, and scholars working in the area of literary translation. So there we go. I think we've demonstrated that the discipline is in rude health at the moment, and I know James is going to say a few words, because I've heard one or two queries about how we can access, for example, the recordings that have been made, and James is going to say something about that. And I think also there have been questions about possible publication, and I think James is going to say something about that as well. So James is going to bring the everything to a close, but before I hand over to James, I wanted to take the opportunity as well, on behalf of PETRA-E, but on behalf of all of us here on the ground and online, to thank James on behalf of us all, because James has been the absolute linchpin of this operation from when we first suggested it. James volunteered Trinity as a host. We were delighted that Michael Cronin was able to join us yesterday as well. James has had a team of helpers, and we benefited from Ethne Bowen here on the ground as well. But James has been the wizard making everything happen. The effort that and expertise that when it went into designing the app, for example, I was completely blown away when James said, "Oh, by the way, I've developed this app." I'd never seen such a thing, and we, I think, have all benefited from James's expertise, from the tireless effort that he's put into a lot of preparatory work, but also here on the ground as well during the event. James has been remote controlling all our lecterns and things from his laptop. And I think there have been perhaps one or two minor glitches, but it's been a phenomenal effort of technical coordination, and really, and it has needed that because of the complexity of the event. So for those reasons and for many more, we have James to thank. And indeed, we do have a token of our appreciation, which we'd like to present to James. So thank you here. So can I, on everyone's behalf, present James with our token of appreciation.
Thank you, that was entirely unexpected. Thank you so much. Should I open it now?
Oh, do, yes. And
that's very kind. And now I have to follow that. Oh, wonderful. Thank you very much. Lovely. It's some Irish art. Fantastic. Thank you very much, everyone. That's so kind. So how do I follow that? So I'll go back to what I do, which is kind of organizing things. So when it comes to feedback, we'd love to hear what you think about the conference and about how it's run, about PETRA-E. If you go to the app and then press info, press info, then there's like anything you could want to give feedback about, there is a place for you to give feedback about it. So if you want to join PETRA-E, there's a place to express interest, anything. So please do that. Take a few minutes and give feedback until you're fed up with giving feedback. As far as videos are concerned, yes, we'll have recordings of everything, I hope, assuming that the technology has worked for me. It will take me a little bit of time to download everything and edit all the clips, and then we'll be putting them onto the YouTube channel of the center. So you can also find the link to the YouTube channel for the center on the app, surprisingly enough. And then about the publications, I hadn't thought that far ahead until Duncan mentioned it to me a few minutes ago. So I think it would be a shame if we had such a successful conference and it didn't get marked in some way in text. So I think we will do that, but I just need a little bit of time to absorb what has happened in the conference before I can actually work out how to do that and what we'll actually do. So I think that's everything I needed to say. I don't know whether there's anyone else who'd like to jump in, Anybody here? Nope. Oh, well, there are thanks coming in, so that's lovely. And so we'll all look forward to seeing you again very soon, I hope. I hope this success will lead on to further PETRA-E conferences, and let's wait and see. So thank you very much, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.